Hello, listeners, and welcome to another edition of Bookie Bashing. Week 9 NFL season is here. Very excited to start the second half of this season. I am your host, Anthony Nikki Jr. in the studio as always with my two trusted colleagues, my gambling associates. Ace, how you feeling this week, baby?
Feeling great. It's hard not to feel great when those bank accounts are growing. That's what we live for over here at Bookie Bashing.
And to my right, as always, looking good. He's so fresh, isn't he, Ace?
So fresh.
He's fresh.
The freshest.
Staxxx, how you feeling going into this weekend?
Oh, guys, you're too much. We're feeling great, though, you know? I feel like everybody's starting to get an understanding of what it is we do here at Bookie Bashing, and that is pick winners and make you guys money.
Yeah, like we said from day one, this is a marathon. It is not a sprint. We've been building the bankrolls from day one, hitting easily over 60%. Numbers don't lie. Last 2 weeks, hitting at 9-1. If you've bet with us every week from week 1 and half of those weeks you've hit it over 80%. I mean, this is a money-making business. Want to continue to grow those bankrolls? Listen, your lady deserves it. She deserves that extra nice little something that she's been wanting. Take her out to eat. Get her something nice. Do that vacation you guys have been wanting to do. We got 5 easy winners for you coming into week 9, and we're going to continue to grow that bankroll through the second half, just like we did for you into the first half of the season. Don't forget, right around the corner, college basketball starting up, NBA basketball starting. Continue to check us out on the website and on Twitter. You never know on what days we're going to have a lot for you and a chance to continue to build up that bankroll. But let's not waste any more time. Very excited. Second half of the NFL year coming at you. Week 9. Let's start them off at the top.
Denver at New England.
With the first half of the NFL season in the books, we did not miss a total play for you, so why not open up the second half with one? Gonna come at you with the Denver-New England game going over. That post a total of 55, as we're gonna watch two future Hall of Fame quarterbacks turn this thing into a slugfest. Look at this New England offense, finally starting to click after what they did at home last week versus Chicago. Brady finally finding weapons here. Gronkowski looking like the pre-injury form that we used to know at tight end. Brandon LaFell turning into a weapon on this offense. And even Tim Wright starting to look like that second tight end option. Shane Vereen at running back, probably the best hands of any running back out of the backfield in the NFL. Brady has weapons all of a sudden everywhere. It's going to be tough for Denver to stop that. Good thing for this over, we have Peyton Manning for these Broncos, and he equally clicking on all cylinders with the offense. Emmanuel Sanders starting to go off in that slot. Demaryius Thomas, since the bye week, has been the best receiver in the NFL without a doubt. Got big things coming out of Julius Thomas this week after he's been shut down for a couple Sundays. If I look at these two teams in their past 82 games, Denver's gone over in 55 games, Pat's over in 56. That breaks down to 2 out of every 3 of their games goes over the total. No way these defenses, although they have some veterans now, although they have some talent on defense now, are going to be able to slow down these Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Take this thing to cruise over 55 to open your Sunday.
Yeah, midway through the season is the time that these offenses start scoring a lot of points. They're all comfortable. They're all on the same page. It seems like Tom Brady does this every year. He gets some new guys in there, and he has to get this connection with them, and he's done just that. Week 9, he's ready to go. He's got his connection. He's going to start finding these guys in the end zone, and they're going to continue to score a lot of points. You saw what they did last week against the Chicago Bears at home. They covered the over themselves. We didn't even need the Bears. That was just a little bonus for us to make sure we got over. Peyton Manning has more receivers than he knows what to do with. All Pro Bowl receivers. The guy has nothing but weapons over there. They got a good running game, good coach. They're going to score a lot of points because, like Tony said, that's what they have to do in New England. Roll with that over.
Folks, this is a game that I just love. It's Peyton Manning against Tom Brady. You really wonder how many of these matchups we've really got left in their careers. And it's one of the things that you've just loved watching over the past decade plus. But when it comes down to it, this game is just going to fly over. Peyton Manning and these Broncos are averaging 400 yards per game throughout the season. The last 5 games, they're averaging 420 yards. They're averaging 32 points a game all season. 34 points a game the last 5 games. This offense is absolutely clicking. The funny thing is, the Patriots offense is clicking just as much. Just like Denver's offense, they're averaging 4 yards a rush, over 100 yards rushing per game. The Patriots also have been averaging 400 yards a game for the last 5 games. Now, this Patriots team is just throwing the ball wherever they want. Tom Brady only had 5 incompletions last week. Let me tell you, 4 of them were drop passes. That's right, you heard me. That's how spot on Tom Brady is right now. The problem for New England really comes on the defensive side of the ball. They lost Gerard Mayo. Hightower really needs to step up and be the man. He's playing a little out of position. It's really hurting them, and it's showing. the defense is averaging 26 points per game when before they were only averaging 22. It's a huge difference with the loss of Mayo, and it's really going to hurt when they go up against a guy like Peyton Manning, who has Julius Thomas to throw right down the middle of the field. I think Julius Thomas has an absolutely great day. I think they hook up for 2, possibly even 3 touchdowns. Now, if you didn't believe me before on the stats, I'm going to have a stat that shows you Tom Brady's going to be able to stick with them. In weeks 1 and 2, Tom Brady had a quarterback rating of just 12 on passes 15 yards or more. Since then, he's had a quarterback rating of 99 on those same passes downfield. He's absolutely clicking with guys like Bell and Gronk, who proved that he's healthy. Both offenses are going to be clicking on all cylinders. This is just like that Saints-Packers game last week. Vegas cannot set this line high enough. Just take the free money and bet the over, folks.
Yeah, this one opened up at 54, now up to 55. Put it in as quick as possible. We love this thing to cruise. 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Like Ace said, I don't know how many more they got left. 34-31 final. This thing turns into a shootout, winning on a last-second field goal.
St. Louis at San Francisco.
Love these 49ers coming in off of a bye week, laying 10 at home versus the St. Louis Rams. It's a shame for this Rams squad. Jeff Fisher and company, a lot of injuries this year. Now Sam Bradford out again. Austin Davis, not the replacement that they really want. The Rams come in 4-9 against the spread in the last 13 games in San Francisco. Here's a place that they have really struggled. They've struggled against the NFC West in general, having not covered in 4 of their last 5 games. I don't expect this offense to be able to get things going versus a Niners defense that is coming in with an extra week to prepare for this game. The offense for San Francisco, I expect Kaepernick to give Anquan Bolden a lot of love this game. Frank Gore going to pound the football. Big game for Gore in this running game to maintain possession, maintain the clock. They're going to really lean on a Rams team that just isn't good enough to contend. San Fran has beaten the Rams by double digits in their last 3 meetings. Of course, these 2 teams play twice a year. St. Louis, not a lot to play for. They're in the cellar in this NFC West, looking up at a 1-loss Arizona team, a defending Super Bowl championship team, and a contender every year in the San Francisco 49ers. I expect them to come in following a tough loss against interstate rival Kansas City Chiefs last week and really just lay down. San Fran leans on them here, covers easily by double digits.
Folks, this game is very simple. The San Francisco 49ers get more yards than the Rams. They allow less yards than the Rams. They control the clock better, and they don't make nearly as many penalties. When you put all those things together, and add in the fact that the St. Louis Rams are giving up 30 points a game on defense, and in the last 5 games, they've been even worse on defense. It's a team that's allowing over 140 rushing yards per game. Even in games they win, like that huge upset win in St. Louis, they got outgained by over 200 yards. Now they're going up against Kaepernick, who's bigger, stronger, and faster than Russell Wilson. He's more explosive than Russell Wilson, and who's one of the best rushing offenses in the NFL, averaging over 125 rushing yards per game. Frank Gore is going to absolutely torch these Rams. It's going to be an ugly day. Jeff Fisher's not going to be able to call trick plays. In fact, I could see Harbaugh calling a few trick plays on Jeff Fisher, giving him a taste of his own medicine, and really rubbing the salt in the wounds and proving that his team is making a push towards the playoffs in the back half of this season. It's going to be a miserable day to be a St. Louis Ram. I think Kaepernick might have a career day this Sunday. The 49ers roll.
Yeah, absolutely love these Niners off the bye. We got Harbaugh preparing this team. You know they're going to be ready. They're looking up at a 6-1 Cardinals team in the division. You know they need this game. This is an important game, and they're going to go out there and get this W guaranteed. This may be my favorite game of the week. I think Colin Kaepernick runs a great game. Run the football, throw the football. They're going to have a great mixture of the two. And I really just can't see the Rams offense doing anything to stay with this 49ers offense. It's going to be an ugly one in San Francisco.
Yeah, I think San Francisco just leans on them this Sunday, and there's just not much the Rams can do about it. Take the Niners here at home, coming off of the bye, 31-13, comfortable double-digit victory.
Arizona at Dallas.
Taking the road underdog in this one, as we love this one-loss Arizona Cardinals team, getting 4 points heading into Dallas this weekend. Cardinals coming in 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 road games, 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 overall. Here at Bookie Bashing, the last 2 weeks, our only loss was the Arizona game, covering by 1 point over Philly last week, as Nate Allen couldn't get back into a deep third coverage with under 2 minutes left in the game. Either way, Arizona has played great defense under Bruce Arians. I can't believe they slowed down Chip Kelly, Nick Foles, and company that much last week. Now they take on a Dallas team that's a little bit banged up. Tony Romo, I think they're covering it up a little bit. I think he's roughed up. I think he's sore. I think he's going to be struggling to be as mobile as he usually is inside the pocket. Dallas comes in having gone 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games following a Monday Night Football play. Means they're not great on a short week. Now I get Bruce Arians and company with that extra day to prepare. I think that helps the defense a little bit, even if it's in a minor way. Carson Palmer, linguini arm, has been great so far this year, not turning the ball over, throwing touchdown passes. Listen, call me crazy, Arizona, through your first half of the season, best team in the NFC. That's right, I said it. Other than maybe Green Bay, best team in the NFC without a doubt. Take this team getting no respect on the road, plus the 4 points. I don't think Dallas and Tony Romo will win this game at all, let alone by more than 4.
Yeah, Carson Palmer and this Arizona Cardinals offense have looked great. Very surprised because I was down on Carson. In Oakland, he just couldn't get the job done, but that is Oakland. In Cincinnati, he had one good year, but he's proven himself this year. I like the defense as well. The defense has been playing very, very good. They've been playing at a championship level. I can really see them making a push for that NFC championship like Tony said. Now, Tony Romo, the guy's been banged up so many times in his career, and he's come back and played well. How many times can he do that? The guy has gotten crushed and crushed and crushed. I just don't think he's going to be 100% this week. The offense, obviously, is going to be ran off him. Brandon Weeden, if he has to go, won't be able to come close to hanging with this Arizona Cardinals team. So we're going to roll with this Cardinals team, and I have them winning by a field goal here.
Yeah, folks, what I love about this matchup right now is that the Arizona Cardinals offense is really clicking on all cylinders. Carson Palmer's mixing it up. He's finding all sorts of guys. That's going to really be tough for a Dallas defense that's really hurting. Not only did they lose Sean Lee in the spring and Mo Claiborne in the first half of the season, but they just lost their leading tackler in Justin Durant last week. That's going to really hurt with a defense that's already just been trying to hold it together by the seams. A defense that's really been playing above their talent level and surprising everybody by being pretty average when everybody thought they were going to be horrible. I think they start trending towards that horribleness that everybody thought they were going to be as they get more and more injured. They still don't get great pressure on the quarterback, and that's going to come to bite them when Carson Palmer's going to have a lot of time to sit back and wait. I think a guy like Bruce Arians, who has a huge chip on his shoulder for getting passed up his huge career, is not going to let this slip by him. He knows teams like Seattle and San Francisco are right on his tail if he loses a game like this. I think he can beat 2 straight NFC East teams, surprise America by beating the Dallas Cowboys. I think Arizona is a steal getting 4 points in Dallas this Sunday.
Yeah, we love this Road Warrior team here. Get a big upset win. Cardinals, one of the toughest teams in the NFC so far. I think the Cowboys trend back down. Eagles jump them this week in the NFC East. Take Arizona here, 24-20 final.
Baltimore at Pittsburgh.
Coming at you prime time, Sunday Night Football play, AFC North Division rivalry. Love the home team. Take these Pittsburgh Steelers in the pick'em. Baltimore Ravens come in. Getting a Steelers team here that looked great last week, putting up over 50 against Indy. Ben Roethlisberger threw the ball, picked apart the defense, looked like the Super Bowl Big Ben. I got Le'Veon Bell, one of your top 3 running backs in football this year, running the ball. This guy pounds it up the middle, gets at least 4 or 5 yards every time he touches the ball. I said it when he left Michigan State. He's going to be a top running back in the league, and he's turning out to be that. Antonio Brown, so valuable to this offense. You could double team him, triple team him. It doesn't matter. He gets open. So much speed can break away from the defense. Ravens come in 1-3-1 against the spread in their last 5 in Pittsburgh. 1-6-1 against the spread in their last 8 versus the AFC. What does that mean? They haven't gotten up for these big division games. Joe Flacco and company, I just don't think they're as strong as they were when they were winning the Super Bowl. He doesn't have as many weapons. Got some older guys on the offensive side of the ball. Ray Rice isn't there. Not much of a running game, though. I don't think Baltimore can come in, get a big win here. It's going to be crazy in Pittsburgh. Terrible Town's going to be going wild. Take Pittsburgh at home in a big AFC North battle to get the victory.
Love the Big Ben confidence boost here. Just had a career game last week, coming in this game with a lot of momentum. The receivers are coming out of the woodwork. We have Bryant, we have Wheaton, we have Heath Miller doing his thing. Antonio Brown, in my opinion, one of the best receivers in the NFL. Le'Veon Bell is running at an absolute amazing level. Looks phenomenal. I really like the momentum of this Pittsburgh Steelers team at home versus a division rival. It just makes too much sense for these Pittsburgh Steelers to roll, so we're going to go ahead and take them.
I love how Joey Staxxx just brought up all of the Steelers' weapons, because that's going to be a huge factor in this game. I don't know if you guys realize or not, but the Ravens just lost their top corner, Jimmy Smith. Now you guys might be saying, that's alright, this defense is playing really well right now. They can replace one cornerback. Well, let me point out a number. This season, quarterbacks have only completed 51% of their passes when targeting a receiver that Smith is covering. But yet they have a 64 completion percentage when they throw against all the other cornerbacks. And they have a 105.2 quarterback rating when they throw to wide receivers covered by the other cornerbacks. That just means that Ben Roethlisberger, who showed last week that he can chuck it up with the best of them, is going to have a great day with all of these targets that he has. Now, if you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, they are a top 3 offense right now in football. You might be surprised to hear that, but guys, it is true. And when you look at the Ravens, they are a much worse team on the road. If you isolate their road numbers on the offense, you have a steep decrease, and that includes the outlier game in Tampa Bay when they smoked those Bucs. Now they have to make another tough division road trip right after going to Cincinnati. I think that the Steelers put it together on prime time again and pull out another big win.
Yeah, love these Steelers to defend their home turf here in the AFC North battle. Only a pick'em here. Take advantage of that. Steelers get the win in the end. Lean on this Ravens team. 26-23 final.
Indianapolis at New York.
Just going to keep giving you winning total plays this season as we're coming at you prime time. Monday Night Football. Indianapolis heading into New York. Take this thing to cruise over that posted total of 51. Indianapolis has gone over in 5 straight road games. 8 out of 10 games overall. Andrew Luck, too many weapons on offense for this New York Giants team to slow down. Look what we got in that game last week in Pittsburgh. Andrew Luck now probably has Reggie Wayne coming back this week. I still have T.Y. Hilton, Dwayne Allen. They got a great duo going in Richardson and Bradshaw. Bradshaw coming back looking like the Bradshaw that used to play for these Giants. Here comes a Giants team that comes in off of a bye week. Eli Manning having some time to get connected more with this receivers. I think Tom Coughlin and company will not allow this team to get blown out on Monday night. I think they stick with Indy. Thing turns into a little bit of a shootout. I think we get a lot of people surprised on Monday night at how many points are getting thrown here. Take this thing to cruise over 51 as we love to keep our posted total record perfect.
Now, guys, if you just take a quick glance at the New York Giants' offensive numbers, they don't wow you. And then you think that they lose Victor Cruz, a lot of people out there are going to wonder, how are they going to get their points? Do not worry. Ruben Randall has been targeted more than any other Giants receiver all season, and that includes when Cruz was still around. Him and Odell Beckham Jr., he's just starting to get into this offense, is really going to click with Eli after this bye week. Now, I told you that their numbers don't wow you, but if you isolate their numbers at home, they improve. And when you look at their numbers over the last 5 games, they really improve. They're a team that's averaging 4 yards a carry and averaging almost 360 yards per game offensively. I really like their offense to be able to keep up with Indy's for a while and really keep it competitive, guys. Indianapolis' offense has all those weapons. We really know T.Y. Hilton's going to get all those yards. You got Dwayne Allen down the seam. You got targets everywhere. But I want to point out one name for you that I think is poised to have a huge day on Monday night, and that's Ahmad Bradshaw going against his old team. And I really think that not only does he want to have a huge day, but I think his teammates and coaching staff really want to get him that huge day on the primetime stage where he used to play against his old coach. I really like him to get probably 2 touchdowns this game. I don't think Trent Richardson's going to touch the ball that much, but Andy Luck's going to be chucking it up all night. It's going to be a very entertaining game, guys. Really make sure you're on that over, though.
Yeah, we know our buddy Andy is good for a lot of points, and that is exactly what we're going to get on prime time. Tom Coughlin is also too good of a coach to let his team get embarrassed on Monday night. There will be points scored. He's going to make sure of it. They've been working on it for the past 2 weeks, and I really think that Eli Manning is going to get it together with the receivers that he does have, who are very capable of scoring points and getting the job done. The Colts, they're complete. They're a complete team. They play very well, but I think on the road, with the Giants team coming off the bye, they're going to let up some points, and that's why we're going to go ahead and take this over. Colts are good for at least 30, 35, and then let the Giants take care of the rest for us, guys. Roll the over.
Yeah, completely agree. This defense is a little bit different on the road here. They just got 50 dropped on them last week in Pittsburgh. I think the Giants do some good things on offense coming off of that bye week. Take the Monday night primetime play, cruising over that posted total, 33-30 final. That wraps things up here at Bookie Bashing for Week 9 of the NFL season. We love this card. 5 more wins from you. Of course, we've been very hot here. 9-1 over your last 2 weeks. we've been hitting at 80% in at least half of the weeks of the first half of the season. Coming at you with 5 more winners this Sunday. Love Denver and New England over that posted total of 55 as we continue to hit perfectly on total plays. They get the job done 34-31. San Fran comes off the bye week laying the 10 points. As the St. Louis Rams come in, they get the job done by double digits, 31-13. Arizona, one-loss team, getting 4 points on the road in Dallas. Take advantage of that 24-20 outright victory. Sunday night, Pittsburgh, an AFC North battle. The Baltimore Ravens come in. We got them at a pick 'em. Take advantage of that. 26-23 final. And then another primetime Monday night play as we hit you with a total. Indianapolis coming into New York. That cruises over the posted total of 51. Of course, we love this card. 5 winners for you this week as we continue to build on that NFL record. Continue to check back here at Bookie Bashing through the course of the week and on our Twitter account as this NBA basketball card is starting to come at you. NCAA college card around the corner. Continue to check back. You never know when we will have a lock for you. Could come anytime, Monday through Sunday. Again, love these 9 picks this week. For Joey Staxxx and Ace Berg, I am your host, Anthony Nikki Jr., continuing to build on that winning percentage this weekend, and we will see you here next time at BookieBashingATS.com.